Hey y'all, this is Amanda with She's a Mad Gardener, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a market style bouquet. So what do I mean by market style? I mean that gorgeous bouquet of flowers that you see wrapped in beautiful brown paper with twine that you can pick up at a local farmer's market or something along those lines. I wanted to show you guys how you can create this utilizing flowers from your own garden or from the grocery store and deliver it to a friend that you love. I'm going to go ahead and start by dividing up all these flowers into all their categories, so dividing them all up. And during that time, you guys go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when my latest videos are out.
Storing everything within. Dreamy, breezy we go.
Okay, let's take a look at what I'm going to be utilizing. This is Mexican sage that has not bloomed yet. The greenery smells amazing, and I think it'll be a great filler for my bouquet. I also have some purple globe gomphrena. I have some hypericum berries that are new to my garden this year. I have some zinnias. I have two types of gladiolas. I have some beautiful purple ageratum. I have a variety of snapdragons from the Rocket series. I have some, let me move that, some apricot asters. I have some Dara, and I have some cottage yarrow. I also have a little bit of liatris and straw flowers sticking out of there. I don't know if I'm going to use all of them. I definitely think this is enough for multiple bouquets, so I might save some of these for another project. Okay, I'm going to be building this entire design in my hands while I'm doing this. I'm going to build the whole bouquet in my hand, and I'm going to tie it off, and then I'm going to be wrapping the whole thing. The goal when you're starting in your hand is to rotate the bouquet as you're building it. So I'm actually going to start with something quite more like sturdy because it kind of starts as a really good base start. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this, and then I'm going to begin adding in blooms a little bit at a time. I'm totally cool if the bouquet gets large and super fluffy. I think that would be beautiful, but I'm just going to select blooms and add them in and then rotate my design as I continue adding more. Now, you can add as many flowers as you want, as few flowers that you want. This is a fun technique, so you can utilize this multiple times. For gifts for friends and families. Make sure you've cleaned the bottom of the stem so that you don't have any greenery on the bottom of that, because you definitely don't want any greenery in the water when they decide to utilize these. As I'm kind of looking through these flowers and seeing a lot of like lavenders and pinks, and I think it's beautiful. So these orange snaps I'm actually going to leave out as I continue to build. Always add in more greenery to kind of build up the look of the design. Definitely want to use a lot of these gladiolas. I think they're super fun. You can see that I'm working in my left hand. I am right-handed, okay? And I'm going to keep rotating the bouquet as I go, and I'm putting in the stem. I'm kind of pointing the stem away from my body. I'm not putting them in this way. Putting it in this way into the design, and then I'm rotating. And the way this happens when you do this is it starts to line all of your stems up in a swirl. And I'll show you what that looks like when I'm done with the entire design, so you can see how awesome they end up looking. Oh my gosh, he's just this gorgeous. I can't remember what these are called. I've got the package somewhere, so I'll put it up on the screen so you guys can check it out and see. Definitely want lots of beautiful greenery in this bouquet, because how fun is this Mexican sage greenery? I mean, look at, are you kidding me? Okay, so I'm looking at this bouquet right now, and I'm like, this design, this flower right here, this gladiola is too low. So I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna loosen my grip on this side. I'm gonna give it a gentle kind of pull, a tug to move it more up into the design. And I think it would look really good with more of a pink one right towards the center. So I'm gonna use the stem. I'm going to loosen my grip once again on my left hand, and I'm going to work this into the center of the bouquet. My dog's over here drinking water. So if you hear that, that's what's happening over here. They always think they hear things. They are older. They are older puppies. They do not hear things. Or at least my apricot one, Buffy, she's definitely an older dog. She thinks she hears everything. And I feel like my younger dog, Rookie, he just barks because he knows it'll get her attention and he wants her to run around with him. So, all right. Remember, you can go back and pull blooms up higher if you feel like they're sinking too far. Definitely don't think I'm going to get all of these blooms in there. Let me show you once again how I put one in the center, okay? So let's say I'm working towards the middle. So I'm going to take my stem, I'm going to kind of work it through, and once it comes out the bottom right here, I'm going to reach down and grab with my other hand. I often like to turn the bouquet upside down to kind of get nestled in its place, like that. I'm going to leave this yellow snap out because it just doesn't make sense in my color scheme. This is pretty. Let's work this way. I'm going to rotate the whole bouquet in my hand. Got a snap over here. Okay. So as I rotate it, I feel like these two are too close to each other. So I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to pull this one out. I'm going to move it over this direction. There we go. I think that's kind of better balanced in the design. Okay, definitely not going to get all these blooms in here, but I do want to make sure I get these liatras because I'm digging the height. So I'm going to work these towards the center, and I'm going to allow them to stick up above the bouquet. Okay, you hear my puppies going wild? It's because there actually is somebody there. My husband, I think, just got home. All right. So for once, maybe they really are barking at somebody. All right, and one more liatras. So for those of you who don't know, I do have a full-time job. I'm a floral designer for a high-end florist in Dallas. I create proposals and ideas for clients for large-scale events. And then I come play with flowers at home. And that was someone, it was my husband. He just got home where all the dogs laughing or barking. Okay. Feeling good about this one. I don't think I'm going to add any more to it. It feels nice and full. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it off with a little bit of twine. Okay, so my twine is from the Dollar Tree. You usually get 3 packs of the twine, 3 rolls of the twine for $1. I start by cutting a long piece, and then I wrap it a couple of times. I'm not trying to wrap this super tight. I don't want to break the stems. I don't want to crush the stems. I do just want to hold it all in place. So once I've got that, I'll go ahead and tie it off. Sometimes I use a wire, a binding wire, which is fun too. Okay, so I got that, and now I'm going to do is I'm going to trim it off. Grab these pliers. I'm going to trim it off, and I'm going to put it back in my water while I am preparing all my other elements. Okay, we don't want to leave it sitting out of water because flowers actually need water, surprisingly. All right, and we want to keep this as hydrated as possible before we give this to our friend or loved one. All right, so that's going to go right in there. It's gonna rest in there while I get a quick cleanup, and then we'll get back to showing you the rest of this.
Startled our eyes, we let go of despair.
Okay, when it is time to start wrapping up my bouquet, I want to make sure it has a water source. So I take about 4 paper towels. I get them pretty dramatically wet. And then I come in and I wrap that around the bottom. Oh, let me show you real quick that spiral I was talking about. You see how all my stems are going in the same direction and spiraling all the way around? You could actually end up standing up the whole bouquet, just like that. But that is that technique that I was showing you guys. It makes for a really beautiful presentation. All right, so now I'm going in with my paper towel, my wet paper towel. It's more than damp, y'all. Definitely more than damp. I like to go in with a pretty large gallon-sized bag. I know a lot of people do smaller bags. I prefer that it go up a little farther, just in case this bouquet has to be laid down and any water might leak out onto anybody's surfaces. Cut a piece of twine. And then you have a water source for a few hours. This water source is not a water source that's going to last days and days. When you give this to your friend or family member, you're going to want to let them know that they need to put it in a vase pretty quickly. Okay, let's clean up. Let me dry this surface real quick. All right, and then I'm going to be working with craft paper. I picked up this roll of craft paper from the Dollar Tree. You do not have to go spend a ton of money on this. Some types of wrapping paper really work. You can use tissue paper. If you're going to use tissue paper, you need to make sure you use like 5 or 6 sheets of tissue paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll this out. I'm going to cut myself a good sized square. I would rather have too much than not enough. Okay? All right. I mean, this craft paper has 15 feet. So, I mean, I could get 5 bouquets out of $1, which is fabulous. So, I'm going to look for my prettiest size on the side of my bouquet. I'm going to lay it diagonal. Okay, so you can see my square. All right, I've laid it diagonal on there. And then what I'm going to do, it comes up pretty well. I'm going to fold up my craft paper like this, okay? I come to one side, I'm going to crease it pretty well. On the other side, crease it pretty well. And then I'm going to tuck and fold. And tuck and fold one more additional time. All right. Then I'm going to fold and fold again so that they are covering one another. All right. Next thing to do, I'm going to use twine. You can certainly go back with a beautiful, gorgeous ribbon. You can attach a card or a gift card at this point. If this was Christmas time, you could have a beautiful Christmas ornament kind of attached to it. So many options for finishing this off. Today, I'm finishing up simply because, like I said, I'm going for a market style bouquet. So I've got that tied off, and there you go. How about that, y'all? So easy.
Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other.
All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this video on this beautiful, easy to make market style bouquet. This is all blooms from my garden, all greeneries from my garden as well. But obviously, if you want to do something utilizing floral from the grocery store, you can absolutely do so. Or if you know a local florist and you want to wrap this up yourself, you can totally do that too. But a beautiful presentation, so fun, so whimsical, and a great gift for anyone. As always, she's a mad gardener or a decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.